And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We're in July, baby. The sports month. 30 more days till the NBA season resumes. Feels like we never get here. Finally, we're in the sports month. Everything is coming back this month. Crossing fingers, knocking on some wood. It's starting to look good. Hopefully, it stays this way. But as we have it now, we are in the sports month. They're still planned. They're scheduled, and hey, at least we can celebrate something, right? So today on Takes by Fans, we are going to be diving into the one, the only Jameis Winston, starting quarterback for I think about 5 seasons. Now he's with the Saints as a backup. We're going to be looking at his college career, what made the Bucks draft him. We're going to be talking about his 30 for 30 year and where does he go from here. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Jameis Winston, college career, 2 seasons, Florida State, won a national champion, got into the college football playoffs the next year, but met Marcus Mariota, which was deadly in college. Not so much in the NFL, but in college, meeting Marcus Mariota means a loss, and bad loss because they are going to put up points. So here we go. Jameis Winston, freshman, Florida State, 67% completion percentage, which is, you want high 60s to low to mid 70s for college. So he's there. 4,000 yards, great. 40 touchdowns, you love to see that. 10 interceptions, you love to see that. These are good numbers, folks. These are all good numbers, especially for a freshman. Oh boy, I can see why people love him. I can see why he won a national championship. It also helped that he was throwing to none other than 6'5", 240 Calvin Benjamin. I believe Calvin Benjamin had about like 15 touchdowns this season. So, you can see why. Let's look at the roster real quick. Who was Jameis Winston's weapons? As we said, Calvin Benjamin, 15 touchdowns, amazing. And then they also had Devontae Freeman in the backfield. So, Pro Bowl running back, an absolute beast college wide receiver. I mean, no wonder why he put up 40 touchdowns and 10 picks, right? With 67% completion, 4,000 yards. It's Calvin Benjamin, baby. 2014 stats dropped a little bit, which should be concerning if you were going to draft him. But yards were pretty much the same. I mean, he played one less game because he didn't get to the championship game this year. So I mean, that's where the yards are going to drop off a little bit, about 150 difference. So that is basically one game. His yards per attempt went down. I mean, Calvin Benjamin, 6'5", he's not going to be pushing the ball downfield because let's take a look at their weapons. The following season, he had a great running back, another Pro Bowl running back in Dalvin Cook. But for wide receiver, I mean, nothing really spectacular, nothing standing out, no big NFL names here. So, I mean, that's definitely concerning if you were going to draft him. Like I said, he kind of needed that great wide receiver to make him look a little better. I mean, look at these touchdowns. I mean, it dropped off by 15. That's not good. And then another 8 interceptions. That's yards per attempt went down. I mean, or no, hang on. That's different. Yards per attempt did also go down. About 2. So you can see the drop off when he doesn't have that great wide receiver. So if you were going to draft him, I mean, this is something to be wary of, and it kind of showed in the NFL. We'll get to that a little later, but he won a national championship, so I mean you have to give him his credit. And then he got to the college playoffs the following season, and just ran into Marcus Mariota where everything was going right. That speed of that offense was kind of crazy. So if you're just going game wise, you can kind of see why he dropped off a little bit, but the stats, they are concerning. Okay, so let's look at his game log. Any big wins that stand out? Any bad losses? His 2013 season, I mean, undefeated. Absolutely incredible. Then they faced Auburn in the championship game, and they won a close game, so respect to that. Let's see. Go back to their 2013 schedule. Anything good? We've got a Clemson team. That was Sammy Watkins' Clemson team, so that's a good win for them. Was Miami any good this season? Let's take a look. 9-4, not really. Duke, Florida. I mean, Florida wasn't good, I don't believe. 4-8, correct. So not a tough schedule, but that Clemson win is definitely good. And then to cap it off and beat Auburn in the BCS National Championship, that is good as well. Let's see what he put up in the big game. Here we go. 57% completion. Not good. That is not good, y'all. 2 touchdowns, give him credit there. No picks, give him credit there. I love it. 237 yards. It was enough to get the job done against Nick Marshall, who threw worse than Jameis Winston. 2 touchdowns and a pick for Nick Marshall, so Jameis Winston outplayed his competition, which, you definitely want to see that. Did he fumble? Let's see. I know they got no picks, but did he fumble? That's Auburn. He wouldn't be there. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any fumbles. So, a no turnover game for him. You love to see it. We rushed for 26 yards, so nothing big there. Yeah, so decent performance. Completion percentage, low. You don't want to see that, but I mean, a good season overall that capped off with a championship win. So, Jameis Winston coming out freshman year, I mean, I can see why everybody would want to draft him. But then we go to his next year, 2014. Jameis took a step back, as we saw. Here it is. This is what I wanted. As we said, yards pretty much the same. Accuracy dipped a little bit. Completions went up, though. Completions and attempts went up. So you do love to see that, kind of holding it down. The yards, though, that's, as we said, the yards per attempt went down about 2 yards. So stats dipped in the yards. In the touchdowns, dipped dramatically. Interceptions went up dramatically. So those are some red flags there. Let's take a look at their 2014 season. Once again, undefeated in the regular season. Then they get to Oregon and kind of get destroyed there. But any big wins? Notre Dame, I mean, they're always pretty consistent. A tough win. So give him credit there. What did he do in the game? 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 273 yards, 74% completion. You love to see that. 83% completion percentage. You love to see that against Syracuse. He's proven that he can throw high completion percentage, and he doesn't have any NFL wide receivers during this year. So, that is another plus. But the interceptions, 4 against Florida, 50% completion percentage. They ended up winning this game. Was Florida good this year? I don't think they were. Yeah, they weren't. 6-5. And they squeaked out a win with Jameis Winston playing very, very poorly. 50% completion, 125 yards. As we said, 4 picks, 2 touchdowns. But they were able to get the win, so have to give them credit for that. Now let's look at the first round. This was the first year they implemented the college football playoffs, I believe. They were a 3 seed. Here it is, 3 seed. Oregon was the 2 seed. And they just got they got routed 59-20. Gosh darn. Oh my goodness. Okay. It was a game up to the up until half, and then they just ran away with it in the third quarter. But let's look at what Jameis did. 64% completion percentage. Good. 348 yards. Pretty good. More than Mariota. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I mean, canceled out right there. Canceled himself out. But as we said, just really nothing to really work with receiver-wise. I mean, they did have Dalvin Cook, got 100 yards, but Jameis Winston just was not able to just get it done, really, at the helm, at the QB position as the leader of the team. So that is unfortunate. What did Mariota do? 2 touchdowns passing. How many he put up on the ground did he? Another touchdown on the ground, 62 yards. So they kind of kept him in check a little bit. But let's roll the tape, shall we? As we do here, we look at stats and we also look up the tape. Do they line up? Which one is lying to us? So we're going to start with, we are going to look at that Rose Bowl game against Oregon, just to see if we see anything there. Because the stats kind of, were average, but they, that defense put a lot of 59 points. So not much Jameis could do about that besides, keep up offensively, which he didn't. But so we'll see if we see anything there. But we are going to start with his highlights from both colleges, both of his college years. And let's see. Let's roll the tape and see what Jameis Winston did to win a national championship and then, make top 4 and get in the playoffs. Very respectable college career over 2 seasons. So without further ado, here we go. Jameis Winston. This is for the game, folks. This is also very impressive. To win the national championship game, they're down 4, 17 seconds on the 2, first and goal. Jameis Winston comes in the clutch. Yes, sir. Look at that pass. Lofts it right over the linebackers. Receiver beats the defender there. Catches it. That's a tug. And that's a national championship win. That's when all the hype started, right? ACC championship game. Another big game. Not a great throw, but that's Calvin Benjamin. Let me double check that. Make sure he was number 1 before I start praising the man. Is this even the right year? No. Here we go. Where is he? Where is Calvin? He's on here, folks. I know he is. There he is. Here he is. They don't give his number. Come on. They give his number here. They don't give his number. What is this? Interesting. I believe that's Calvin Benjamin. It'll look like him. I guess we'll have to try and Google real quick. Bear with me. Was he number 1? I get a phone number for the man. All right. First round. This is exactly what I was just looking at. Oh, I can't find out what number he wore. What is this? All right, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's him. It does look like him. So back to the footage. Here we go. Not a very good pass, a little low. Defenders weren't really looking for the ball there. But, 6'5", so he's going to go get it. Yeah, oh yeah, that's him all day. Yeah, if I just would have waited a couple seconds. Jameis Winston. Look at the run. Look at the run. Stays on his feet. Oh, my God, he scored there. That's impressive. Not a big runner on the stat sheet, but that was impressive. Rolls out. He's going to run again. Great blocking by the running back. Is that Cook? Cook or Devontae Freeman, one of the two. Pro Bowl running back, regardless. Good throw there. They're up 31-0. Just toying with them, wide open. Literally wide open. Absolutely disgusting how wide open the man was, right in the center of the field. In the red zone, the pump fake. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Pump fake in the run to score. You love to see it. Throws it up for the receiver, one-on-one. Receiver comes down with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this throw. Let's see. What's the arm strength here? From the 25, or the 35. 35-yarder, floater, end zone. Perfect placement. That's a fantastic pass. Cool in the pocket, wide open. That was about 40 yards, 35 yards, I think. Red zone, roll out. Another little pump fake and runs it in. Ooh, gave his receivers a chance. That's what we love to see here. Give your receiver a chance, one-on-one. Trust your receiver, trust your arm. He did it, and they scored. Oh, able to escape the pocket. Back of the end zone. Ooh, once again. That's a great catch, too, but also a great placement. Just, yeah, I would say that is a top 10 nominee. I do agree with SportsCenter there. Up 33-3. Game over. Streaks down the sideline. Right on the money. Right on target. Keeps him moving. Perfect. ACC championship game again. Absolute blowout. Calvin Benjamin probably should have been batted or picked. The defender read it. Was a little late, so I will give Jameis credit for getting it there quick. That is a good pass. I rule that a good pass. Once again, Calvin Benjamin, 6'5", just give it to the man. Give him a chance, and he does. That's what Jameis Winston can do with a tall receiver. Slides down, gets what he gets. He's not looking to gouge the defense. That's a smart play there. Calvin Benjamin, too big, 240, 6'5". You cannot bring him down. Oh, boy. No wonder why the man had 15 touchdowns, right? Calvin Benjamin, a monster. Jameis Winston, loving him. 40 touchdowns for Jameis Winston when he had him. Last play of the second half, tied game. Is this going to be a Hail Mary? I am expecting it. One-on-one, gives his receiver the chance. It got to the end zone. That's what you want, right? For a Hail Mary. From the 40 all the way down to the 1. That's a 60-yard pass, folks. The arm strength with the accuracy, the deep ball accuracy is there. You love to see this. That is nice. Great job by the receiver to come down with it, but fantastic pass. Winston's riled up. He loves it. I love to see that. Perfect. Oh, right on target. Got him running a quarter round to the end zone. Right on target. Perfect. And that's Jameis Winston's college career. Very good. Very promising. Nothing that looked bad. He looked good. We obviously didn't see the interceptions, but the touchdowns, the arm strength, the accuracy, it all looked great to me. The stats did show that if he didn't have Calvin Benjamin 6'5", he's going to struggle a little bit. So that is concerning. But as we stay in his college days, we are going to watch a little bit of the Rose Bowl, see if we see anything. Probably not going to watch all of this video because it is a little long. I couldn't find anything a little more condensed. But let's see if we see anything here. His last college game, unfortunately, didn't get a win. As I said, ran into Mariota. It's tough. Ohio State beat him the next game, but, Mariota and this Oregon team literally took over the league. Chip Kelly, I believe, was the head coach. This got his fame, which did not pan out in the NFL, unfortunately. Mariota really didn't pan out in the league, unfortunately. We'll watch this drive by Mariota. The read option, the flick back. Ooh, oh my goodness. Nice 5-yard dive, just a tad short, but that is impressive. Watch it again in slow-mo. Whew. That was pretty. And then from the one, they'll get it in. All right, Jameis, we get you up next. No. 2-point conversion there. They get it. Trick play. All right, here we go. Jameis Winston. What do you got? You got to answer. They had a nice drive. Defense read that all the way. That looked like a design play. Can't really blame James Winston for that. It was right on the money to the receiver, but defense read that great. And then that drive stalls. Was that third down? That was third down. Unfortunate. Mariota gets it back. Oh. Can't really do anything with it, obviously. They didn't score. Jameis Winston in the red zone. Here we go. Big clutch moment. Can he do it? They hand it off. Unfortunately, could not get it. That was third and goal. Fourth down. Flag helps them. Once again, short. Fourth and goal. Jameis, come on. Give it to the man. Oh, the keep, the stretch, the touchdown. Ooh, Jameis, that's big, baby. Fourth and goal. Perfect. Nice little fake there. Nothing too wild. Defense, the end was not expecting that Jameis keeps it, but that's a great play by Jameis Winston. Clutch, big play. Was he down? Is that what they're saying? Oh, he was. I think he was. Maybe it wasn't as good as a play as I thought. What'd they say? Official rule. Oh, they reversed it on the man. Damn, Jameis. No. Oh, great effort, but unfortunately it doesn't count, so all that praise I just gave him, I'm sorry, Jameis, I have to take it back. Unfortunate. Dang. Mariota leading the drive here. I mean, as we saw at the box score, this game doesn't get out of hand until the second half. So, good, tight game up until the half. And then Jameis Winston goes ghost. I believe I remember that we saw that he did throw a pick, so I hope we do see that. Was it bad? Was it his fault? Was it game-changing? Were they already down 30 points? Hope we do see that. But here he is in the red zone. Down 8. Scrambles out. On the run. Broken up. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a good pass. behind the receiver, and the defender was right on him. You want to lead him, throw it out in front. But that's Jameis rolling. Not a good pass there. They had to settle for 3. Mariota gets down. He knows what he can do. He knows what he does. Get what you get and get down. Escapes the pocket. Great throw to a wide open receiver. They're driving. Down to the 1. They try to punch it in. Looked like they had too many men on the defense trying to run off quick. They score anyway. Jameis Winston. All right. What do you got? 2-minute drive. Okay, they don't show it. They scored a touchdown, and we don't know how. Let's look at the box score again. Do I have it open still? How'd they score before going into half? 10-yard run. Okay. So Jameis Winston didn't throw the touchdown. All right. I would love to see the drive, though. Who put this replay together, huh? Alrighty. Second half. Winston. Down 5. Got to make something happen. Seems to be the first drive coming out of half. They fumble. Oh, man. Can't blame Jameis for that one. And, they're down 5. They were having the first down. That was a good drive. Dalvin Cook, ashamed. 'Tis shame for Dalvin Cook. Fumbles in a big game. Ruining Jameis Winston's career. Unfortunate. Do they cash in on the turnover? I'm sure they do because they put up 27. So when didn't they score in this quarter, right? They can't bring him down. Mariota rolling out. Throws it last second. They can't bring him down. Too big. In the red zone, Mariota. You got to cover everything. Literally every player you have to take account for. And unfortunately, they took account for the wrong one because they let in a touchdown. Dalvin Cook's fumble leads to a 11, possibly 12-point game. There it is. Winston's back. All right, come on. You have to score here. Momentum is falling apart. Oh, God. Oh, God. Tries to escape the pocket. Gets stripped. Has to go down. That was second down. But they score, and we don't see it. How'd they score? How'd they score to keep themselves in? I don't know who put this highlight together. Very biased against Jameis Winston, I'll tell you that. FSU, 18-yard pass from Jameis Winston, and we don't even get to see it. You hate to see that, right? I would have loved to seen it. But Jameis Winston throws a touchdown pass, clutch, to keep the game in check, keep it close. All right, here we go. I believe that was his one touchdown. He went 1 for 1. Is that what we said? Oregon, though, bad tackle by the defense. He's gone. Momentum swings back to Oregon. And they're not going to let it go, I'll tell you that. Big mistake there. Down to the 15. You put Jameis Winston once again in a bad position. What can he do? 3rd and 5. Big drive here to keep it close. Oh, right on target, but he fumbles. Oh, man. Dang. Damn. That's Cook again? That was Dalvin Cook again. Unbelievable, Dalvin. Come on. Come on. Pathetic. Jameis Winston, a huge 3rd down conversion throw, and you fumble it once again. He gets over the first down yardage again and fumbles it. Wow. That's why we have to look at the highlight footage too as well. You have to look at everything, guys. Look at everything, folks. Jameis Winston is trying, but Dalvin Cook is just fumbling the game. They score another one. Now the game is, out of hand. It's out of hand, folks. The game is lost at this point. Down 18, about to be 19. Unless they go for 2, make it an even 20. Dalvin Cook should be ashamed of himself on the sideline. They go for 1. Jameis Winston back in the shotgun. 4th down and 5. Huge down. Can he convert? Ooh. Tries to scramble. Pocket collapses. Stays on his feet. Oh. And doesn't this just encapsulate Jameis Winston's NFL career just perfectly? Yeah, that was not good, folks. Slips. Ball just flies out of his hand. Not a good look, man. Big moment. Fumbles the ball. Fumbles 6. Not good on his part there. Just the band is in disbelief. They were riding high after last season, winning the championship. Damn. You gave him credit for escaping the pocket a little earlier. Give him credit there. Give him credit there. But then just slips and it crumbles. Unfortunate. But he's back out. They've got another chance. Was that caught? Or was this a pick? Right to the receiver. Pretty much right on him. I don't think that was behind him at all. Wow. The ref signaled tip. May have been tipped at the line by 44 here. Okay. So maybe that was a little bit on Jameis's fault to throw it a little low maybe. Lions' fault for letting them get in a little too close to Jameis. Did he put it on himself? Did he go like this? No. Hang on. I may have seen it again. He may have taken credit for it. Nah, can't really tell. But down 25, trying to make something happen. Gets tipped. Not all his fault. Maybe could have thrown it a little higher over the line. Here we go. We'll get a better look here. Yeah, I mean, was it tipped? Once again, here we go. I think it may have been a little tipped, a little deflected. That was just a great job by the defensive lineman. Can't fault Winston too much for that one. Mariota just adding insult to injury. Heisman winner doing what he does. And then another fumble. Another completion for Jameis Winston, and then they fumble it. If I'm Jameis Winston, I'm pissed. Literally fumbling away the game. What are we doing, y'all? So that's pretty much it. We got any more Jameis Winston on the field? Just more shellacking. 59-20. Oh boy. And that's how Jameis Winston's career in college ends. A good career. This is a very respectable college career. Good numbers besides the 18 interceptions. Good completion percentage. Yards were there. Touchdowns were a little low his second year, but overall there. A national championship win and a first round exit semifinals, I guess we can call it, in the Rose Bowl against a Heisman winner. So overall, like I said, pretty good, draftable, I would say. The only one concerning thing is they got rid of a fantastic receiver and his touchdowns dropped and interceptions went up. That would be my only knock on it. But the Bucs went and they're like, you know what? We're taking a chance on him. And did it pay off? I would say no. Let's look at his NFL stats here. Started in 2015. Started all 16 games, coming in, starting immediately. First year, 58% completion percentage. It's pretty low. You really want, mid or low to mid 60s. But he put up 4,000 yards his first year. That's fantastic. 22 touchdowns is pretty good. 15 picks. There it is again. The lower side of touchdowns and the higher side of picks. Not good. But he threw 500 times. 4,000 yards. This is his rookie year. What did they go his first year? What was their record? Oops. First year. That's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. Here we go. Under Lovie Smith. 6-10. I would say decent. I would say that is that's a decent start. 6-10 for rookie quarterback. So, but did he improve his next season? Let's see. Oh, it's right here. It's literally right in front of me, and I didn't even see it. Unbelievable. Alrighty, but so they go from 6-10 to 97, 3 wins. That's an improvement. Completion percentage went up. Improvement, great. Yards up, pretty much the same, but they went up, so give them credit there. 28 touchdowns, improvement, but as those touchdowns rose, so did the interceptions. Oh my goodness. So, all these stats are very good besides the interceptions, man. He's canceling out everything that he's doing by throwing those high number of interceptions. Not good. Yards per attempt went down, 0.4. Pretty much the same. But then his third year, now this is where you have to start making playoffs and proving that you're a starting first round quarterback. Started only 13 games. They went 3-10. Big step back. Completion percentage went up, which is good. 3,500 yards. Yards went down because he didn't play all 16 games. Touchdowns 19, interceptions 11, basically 2 for 1. They do yards per game. Yards per game were his highest, so give him credit there. His fourth year, he ended up getting suspended for the first 3 games. Then I think injury kind of kept him out a couple here and there. Started 9 games, they went 3-6. You're not starting your season. I think Fitzpatrick was the backup. It's not a formula for success. Can't really judge the season too much. 64% completion percentage, 19 touchdowns, and look at the 14 picks he still managed to throw in 9 games. But then we had last season. And oh boy, if you haven't seen these interceptions yet, oh boy, you are in for a treat. Back to full strength, healthy, not suspended. Last year, 16 games, 7-9. 7-9. You're not making the playoffs with that. Not making the playoffs with that, my guy. But look at these attempts. 626. The man was slinging it. 5,000 yards. Incredible. That is absolutely incredible. It's hard to throw 5,000 yards. A lot of even the great quarterbacks don't have that. Tom Brady has 1. Drew Brees is the only quarterback that has multiple with 5, which is insane. But 5,000 yards, absolutely incredible. on 60% completion, throwing 626 times. God damn. The man proved himself. He's like, I have to sling it this year. I have to sling it this year after the last year. This is a contract year, and I have to put up the numbers. And he did. He put up the numbers in literally every category. We'll get there as we see. 33 touchdowns. Perfect. Great. Fantastic. 30 interceptions. 30, y'all. 30. You are. There's nothing to say about that. That's literally awful. Pathetic. He threw it a lot. He scored a lot. He turned it over a lot. Literally, he went 1 for 1 touchdown to interception ratio by throwing 30 touchdowns and 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. The jokes were there about having an ESPN 30 for 30 on Jameis Winston's 30 for 30. Literally, I can't even believe it. 30 touchdowns is literally insanely awful. 319 yards a game. The man was literally slinging it. He didn't care. He didn't care. He's like, I'm putting up the numbers. Every category. I don't care. I'll fill them up. Oh, boy. So let's see his 2019 season. Literally his best season in everything. Unfortunately, in everything. We'll go to his game log, see if there's anything very impressive there. Oh, and I did want to show this. His overall record as a starter, 28-42. Very not good. Very not good at all. But here we go. Game logs for 2019, and then we'll get into his highlights for 2019. Anything big. Losing to San Fran pretty heavily. 194, three interceptions, 1 touchdown. Against a Super Bowl caliber second place San Fran. Beat Carolina. Touchdown, no picks. You love to see that. Decent game all around. They lost against the Giants, y'all. That's not good. That is not good. 3 touchdowns, though. 1 pick. Very close game. The pick was unfortunately probably the deciding factor. Put up 380 yards, though. Goddamn. But then they get their win against the Rams. Absolutely insane. 55 points they scored. He threw 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. You love to see this. I mean, this is a fantastic game. 68% completion percentage, 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. When you throw 4 touchdowns, I'll give you the pick. I'll give it to you. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Then they go on a big losing stretch here. Throwing 5 touchdowns in one, or 5 interceptions in one game, but also throwing for 400 yards. He's literally extreme good with the extreme bad. It's literally insane. This man is threw 54 times, 400 yards, 5 interceptions. Absolutely insane. But here we go. A no interception game. Still ended up in a loss. How? 335 yards, 65%, 66% completion percentage. Jameis Winston is like, even when I don't throw interceptions, we're still losing. So who cares? I'm gonna just keep slinging it, I guess, because the defense can't stop nothing. They gave up 40. Arizona, they get a win there. That's where you want to win, but he threw 2 picks. A 4-pick game against New Orleans. That was looking weird to me. But anyway, 4 picks, 300 yards. I mean, that's literally what Jameis does, right? They get a great win streak here. Anything you see that really tells you why? No. High interceptions, high touchdowns, high completion percentage, high yardage. I mean, that's literally every Jameis Winston game. But unfortunately, I guess, the defense was able to hold them to less points. I mean, look at these points they're putting up. 38, 38, 28, 35 in that win stretch. Giving up 22, 11. I mean, they gave up 35 and still won. But their defense, held them good. 17, 35, 11, and 22. So, If he has a good defense, Jameis Winston can put up points. If the defense isn't tired from being on the field literally every 10 seconds from Jameis Winston throwing an interception, then closed out the season on a 2-game loss. Close games, 4 interceptions, and still a close game. I mean, literally the epitome of Jameis Winston. You take any random game, you say, oh my goodness, these stats are incredible, with an incredibly high interception rate, and you couldn't guess if they won or lost the game. Another thing I do want to look at, we haven't looked at the fumbles. Is it interceptions only, or does fumbles have a part of it? Here we go. 2019, we'll only look at 2019. Well, we'll look at all of them, I guess. They're all here. Fumbles, decent amount. Jeez. Loses pretty much half. 50 total in his career, 23 lost. He's losing half of them. That's not good. So not only did he throw 30 interceptions, he lost 5 fumbles last year. He also fumbled 12 times. These are high fumbles for a pretty low mobility quarterback. I mean, these yards aren't spectacular rushing. 250, 281, 135, putting up 1 rushing touchdown a season. His rookie year started with 6, but that shit got shut down quick. So Jameis Winston, absolute cannon of an arm. But with great power does come great tragedy as well. So as we saw the stats, do they look this bad in the film? We are going to take a look at these highlights. They're not going to show any interceptions, but I do have an interception package that we will break down, because all those interceptions can't be his fault, right? There's no way. I'm sure there are. I'm sure they are all his fault, but we'll give him a little bit of a break, a little bit of hope, and see if they were all his fault or not. But we are going to start with his highlights for 2019 season. Probably going to skip around in this video. I mean, we've seen his arm in college. It's pretty good. Does it translate to the NFL? Great pass there, low and away from Richard Sherman. Right on target. Low and away where only the receiver can get it. That's great. Against Carolina, this looked like a Thursday night game. It was on NFL Network early in the season. Drops back. Fantastic. Absolutely incredible. That's Mike Evans. I mean, that's what he does when he has a great tall receiver, right? Mike Evans is about 6'5", too. Same thing with Calvin Benjamin that he had in college. Good strike there, over the middle. I don't think anybody doubts the man's arm strength or talent. I mean, look at that. Throws a perfect ball to Mike Evans in the end zone. They lost this Giants game. Oh, boy. Gave Daniel Jones his first win. All running back there after the catch. Yeah. I mean, there was nothing special about that. Little flip to Mike Evans. I mean, look at this. Look at that. When you got Mike Evans streaking down the field one-on-one, you give it to him. A tad underthrown, but, I mean, it got there. Right over the defender, who was a completion, so you have to give him credit. Perfect pass there. It's a tragedy that they went 7-9 this season. Is that right? Let me double check. 7-9. Yep, 7-9. That's what happens when you throw 30 interceptions, y'all. 7-9. Doesn't matter what you do offensively. You are not making the playoffs. Once again, just a tad underthrown. I mean, you would like to see him lead him just a tad more to get him in stride. He probably could have scored there. How far is this pass, though? He dropped back down to the 40. 38-yard. Down to the 15. I mean, that's still a great throw. especially fourth quarter, trying to win the game. How'd they beef that? They couldn't punch it in. They had a timeout. Down to the 15. That's poor clock management, I think. I don't know why you spike it there. You take the timeout. You do couple passes to the end zone. There's no reason to waste time there. So maybe blame that on the head coach that they lost that game. I also didn't see what Jameis Winston did on those following plays, but looked like it was winnable, and they didn't. 'Tis unfortunate. Back of the end zone, corner. Let him go up and get it. Marquise Goodwin, perfect. Little flip out. I was able to just take advantage of the defense and go down, score the tug. Winston, touchdown strike. That's pretty good. There it is. That's perfect. Mike Evans streaking down, right on target, in stride, is able to take it. Little celebration there, little disrespect. You love to see it. Yeah, Jameis don't run. He know. Let me just get it away. Perfect pass there. 4th and 1. And he wants it all. 4th and 1, gets about 15 there. Clutch 4th down conversion. You love to see it. Good strike there. Receiver was able to take it in. Once again, just a little flip at the line of scrimmage. Let the receiver do the rest. Nothing too special there. Down 34-10 also, so I mean, yeah, it's a good touchdown, but the game's over. Trying to engineer a comeback. Looks like it could have been batted down. That was a little 50-50. Could have been batted down by the linebacker. Fortunately, got to the receiver, though, so you have to give him credit. Comeback route. Once again, looked like it could have been broken up, but it was caught. He says, I want it all. Give it to Mike Evans. Underthrown, but it's Mike Evans, so, I mean, he'll go and get it. He's 6'5", y'all. Jameis Winston was used to Kelvin Benjamin just going up and getting it. Now he's got Mike Evans. He says, you do the same thing. I'll get it close to you. Just go up and get it. Great pass there, rolling right. If Mahomes made this pass, everybody would be going wild. Great pass there by Jameis. Tie it up. See if do they go for 2? They went for 2, didn't get it. Try to tie it up before half. You'd love to see that. Oh, perfect pass. Perfect pass. Right for Mike Evans. Beautiful. That was about 15 plus another 20, 30, about 45-yard pass too. The deep ball is there. The deep ball accuracy is there. His arm talent is great, man. His arm talent is great. The rare run. He said, I even want more. Could have went down, but he's like, I want more. We're down. They win that game against Tennessee. Ugh. Did not want to do that. were trying to engineer a drive, but we didn't get another highlight. Against Tennessee, nope, they lost. Couldn't capitalize on that drive. That's another thing that I'm kind of seeing on these highlights. They're this close at the end of games, but they can't cash in. So Jameis Winston, high turnover, not clutch. I think that's kind of fair to say so far. Not at that point yet. Keep it up on the highlights. Keep praising the man, building him up before we have to tear him down a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, this is just lucky here. Tries to fit it in. Look like I got tipped. Batted by the defense. But I found a way in. Yeah, right on target there. He when he goes to run, he keeps his eyes downfield. That's exactly what you want. You don't want him as soon as he starts to run, he switches the running quarterback and just gets what he gets. He uses his legs, keeps his eyes downfield. This is all promising. He's still kind of young. 5 seasons in the NFL. I mean, there's no reason why he can't be great. I mean, his stats are there. The arm strength is there. The accuracy is there so far. We do need to see these interceptions, but I mean, you can't doubt his talent. Nice little dive there to get the first on 4th and 5. That's clutch. That's clutch. They lost that game. Were they not able to cash in? Let's see. Against the Seahawks. They lost 34-30, 34-40. Was that the same score? So they tied up, but unfortunately the Seahawks. So I mean that is clutch by him. A clutch drive, a clutch fourth down, first yard pickup, and they were able to cash in there. So that's good. Fortunately, the defense wasn't able to get it done. That's why you want Mike Evans on your team. If it's too high, it's never too high, right? Look at that grab. Not a great pass by Winston. Mike Evans coming across the middle, has to extend for it. But that's why you have a 6'5" receiver. Lets all the defenders go right by him, picks up the yards, cashes in right before the 2-minute warning. That's another positive thing that I'm kind of seeing. He's scoring, before the half ends. That's great. Has good drives before the half ends. That's great. Jameis Winston showing off the wheels. He says, yes, I can keep going. I don't do it often, but when I do, I can do it. Picks up a ton of yards there. From his own end zone. Good throw, good catch, and he was able to get a good chunk after the catch. Once again, the deep ball, man, it's there. It's there. And that time it's not to Mike Evans. Who would have thought? From the 45 to the 10. Perfect. Nice little slant there. I mean, but once again, down 20-0. That's when they score. They try to engineer this comeback. Little dump off. Able to pick up the first. Good job in the pocket to stay composed. Keep your eyes downfield a little bit. Dump it off. That was good. Once again, gets blown out. Starts to engineer a comeback little by little. Damn, that was pretty good speed right there. I think that's the fastest I ever seen him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Marquise Goodwin. About 35-yard throw. Low and away. I'm going to give him credit for that placement because that placement's amazing. Only where the receiver can get it. And then to keep him in stride so he was able to break off and score a tug. That's fantastic. That's a great throw. Boom. Beautiful. Over the linebacker. Before the safeties. Ooh, that's not a good throw. Holy God. They ended up scoring, but Marquise Goodwin took a big unnecessary hit. He has him. Here he is, Marquise Goodwin. He's running to the pylon. Maybe Winston thought he was gonna stop, but he threw it behind him, and Marquise Goodwin took a big hit there. I can't believe he held on to that. God damn. I'll give Goodwin all the credit for that. Boom. Wide open, a little underthrown. You would like to see this laid out in front of him. He could have took it the distance. But that's still a big throw from the 5 to the 50. 45-yard throw. Just a tad underthrown. But a good throw nonetheless. There he goes. Lays it out for the big man. Once again, he can pick it up with his legs. Everyone's respecting his deep ball on 3rd and 10. Way to pick up that first down. Keeps the drive alive. Keeps the clock ticking. Oof. All right. That was good. Running to the left. Keeps his eyes downfield. Off balance. Off 1 foot. Able to get it there. That's a good throw. Great play, really, by him in general. Boom. Simple out route. Perfect placement. Great throw. Yup. That's perfect. 1-on-1. Lays it out in front of the receiver where only he can get it. Trusts his receiver. You love it. Boom. Look at that. That's a tough pass to make. With 2 defenders on him. Perfect placement. They're up 25-0. Just letting it fly. Inside. Right on the money. Mike Evans was like, damn, I should have broke that. Down 10. Ooh, that was close to being over the line of scrimmage. But was able to get it off. Good throw. Can he capitalize? Jameis Winston, just 1 yard out. He can get it done. Making up for it from, what was his college game that we just watched on the highlight where he was short at the goal line? Boom. I mean, perfect. Mike Evans beats the defender. Gets a little hurt there, and he continues to run because Jameis Winston threw a perfect pass, so he's rewarding him. Escapes the pocket here. Keeps his eyes downfield. Coming back a little short. 4th down. They pick it up right before the half. When have we seen this before? Right before the half touchdown. They keep the game within distance before he intercepts it out of control. They let it get out of hand again. Simple throw. I wouldn't say, it's simple for the NFL, folks. Okay? I understand. Good throw there. Tad underthrown, but the receiver was able to adjust to it. They get the tug. They're coming back. He hasn't thrown an interception in a while. Good throw there. Trying to engineer the comeback. Boom, low and away to the end zone, to the sideline. Perfect. Do they win this game? Is it still in that nice 4-game stretch he had where he's ripping off wins? Yep. It was. It was. Boom. We've seen that perfect one-on-one where the receiver, these receivers are just beating the defenses on the deep balls all the time. He's able to get it right on stride. You love to see it. Ooh. Ooh. Good throw. Textbook catch. Beautiful. Throws it down. Boom. You get behind the defense. Jameis Winston will find you. 40-yard on-target pass. Jameis just loves to air it out. He's like, we need to get down the field. I'm going to throw it down the field. If you're there, you're there. If you're not, that ain't my problem. I don't play receiver. Right on stride. Alrighty. I think that's enough praise for Jameis. Now we have to get a little critical, although I don't want to. But we've got the receipts on the interceptions, all 30 of them. Yes, that is right, all 30, 30, 30, not 13, not some other number you heard, 30, 30, 3 sets of 10. They're all here. Nice little package. We got to break them down. Are they his fault? Are they not his fault? Let's see. We'll count them up, see which ones are really his fault, and see if he deserves the criticism. He does. Here we go. First one. Okay, that doesn't look like his fault. Trying to see if it was high. Didn't look high. Looked like the receiver ended up getting 2 hands on that ball. Just couldn't come down with it. And they were up 7-6 here, folks. Close game. I'm not counting that against him. This one, yes, absolutely. Holy God. And a pick 6 nonetheless. That is also another stat that we did not see. How many are these are pick 6s? It's a lot. It's a good majority of them. Just not even close here. Not even close. That's one. That's one. That's definitely his fault. Falling away. This is a setup screen. Yes, that's his fault. Even though he's falling away. He saw that they sniffed out that screen. And then just literally nowhere in sight was a receiver. Yeah, that's bad. That's 2. And that's a 1-point game, 4th quarter, trying to engineer a game-tying drive, and you do that. That's 2. He threw 3 in that game. Damn, Jameis. Once again, that's bad. Mark it up as 3 bad ones. Overthrew Mike Evans. 3 are his fault out of 4. Yep, that's his fault. Underthrown. That's 4. Is this a pick 6? Don't let it be a pick 6. Unfortunate. Out of 5 that he's thrown, 4 that is his fault. 2 of those 4 are pick 6s. This one, I've got to say, is his fault. Try to squeeze it in. A little late. Mike Evans was already set up on that comeback route. Yep. I'm going to say that's 5. It may have gotten hit, so I may not count this one against him. Let's see. Did his arm get hit? I think it did. All right, so I'm not going to count this one against him. We're going to stick at 5. Basically, if it gets tipped or if his arm gets hit, I'm not going to count it. This one's really bad. Holy cow. Just didn't see him. Just didn't see the defender right in front of him. That's 6. At least it wasn't a pick 6, right? Yup. Thought he was going to have that out route open. Didn't see the defender closing in. That's 7. Lets it fly. Mike Evans didn't seem to be on the same page. I got to give him 8. Yep, overthrown. That's 9. This is a pick 6, maybe? Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. Not a pick 6. But we are at 8 bad interceptions. Steps into it. Feeling confident. Just, oh, my goodness. That's 9. Not even close. Maybe I was a little too high on him on that deep ball accuracy. Oh, God. He just doesn't care about where the defense is. He's like, okay, this is who I'm throwing to. I'm throwing it. Are we at 10? I think we're at 10. Gets tipped up. Try to put it low and away. But I think he put it too much inside where the defender was. I am going to count this one against him. This is 11. This one, was it behind? Just couldn't handle it in time. He had both hands on that. Yeah, I'm not counting this one against him. We're at 11 still. At 11 still. Oh, yeah, the defender touches the defender right there and then kind of scoops it back. So that is his fault. That's 12. Another one against the Saints. Yeah. What the hell was this? Miscommunication? Yep. That's 13. He took that one-on-one opportunity, but it was very short. It's Mike Evans. You can throw it about 5 inches above him, and he'll go get it. So that's 14? I think that's 14. That's 15. I mean, that's clear. Don't need to replay that one. That's pretty clear. Yeah, got to count that one as 16. It seemed a little bit behind. Yeah, 16. $17. Didn't even see the linebacker. First drive, 0-0 game. That's how you start. Not good. Oh, goodness. Once again. 17? Is that where we're at? I think we're at 17. Maybe miscounting here. 17. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to count this one against him. I'm just going to even count this one against him because it was a close game. A little too high. Seaver gets yeah, you got to count that one against him. 17, 18. 18. I think. I'm sorry. I know, I'm losing track. We're saying 18. 19. 19 we're at, folks. 19 interceptions. Bad interceptions. 20. Pick 6, not good. He throws another one against the Texans. 21. Once again, pick 6. The man scored 14 points for the other team. Was this the London game? I think this might have been in London. Nope, it was in Tampa. Never mind. Another one. Another one. 22. Here we go. Another one against the Texans. 23. That's very bad, Jameis. These are all close game 2, and you came back and you do this. That's frustrating. I'm not even a Bucs fan. This is just frustrating to watch. 24. Another one against the Falcons. 25. These defenders are just reading the man 100% of the way. You're predictable a little bit, Jameis. So 25. 25 out of the 30 is not good. 25 out of 30 interceptions are his fault, bad throws. So even if you take those 5 away, you can take them away, he still went 33 for 25. That's still not good. Jeez. Jameis, man. The arm is there. The stats are there, but those interceptions, they need to come down. So is he a starter in the league? I would say no. Unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Because these great stats are automatically canceled out by these interceptions. And even if you play fantastic but throw a lot of picks, I mean, the stats are here that they don't translate to wins. And they don't translate to playoff appearances. And if you're not making the playoffs, then you really can't be a starter in the league. It sucks. But the one great thing that has happened to Jameis Winston, he gets to learn under Drew Brees for about 2 seasons. Then he maybe has a chance to prove that he can play for the Saints. But Jameis Winston, you need to take these next 2 years that Drew Brees has left and really learn. Because your talent is there. I don't think anybody's denying your raw talent. But those interceptions, those choices you're making are just not good. They're awful. It's unfortunate. So learn under Drew Brees. And now the last thing about Jameis Winston, that he really just, you need to learn. This is where Jameis needs to learn. He needs to sit back, take this backup role, learn from Drew Brees, because not only does he throw a lot of picks, his leadership, his pre-game speeches, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about him. It's comical. We'll just say that. So let me get this queued up for sound 1 second. Okay, we should be back. We should be good. We need to take a look at these leadership, these speeches. Let's take a look. We're going to take a first look at Drew Brees. This is what speeches should sound like to get you going, to get you wanting to run through a brick wall for your teammates, to make you want to block extra hard for your leader, your QB, make you want to go out and win the game. This is what Drew Brees does. This is where Jameis needs to learn. Here we go. I'm going to let it roll.
Hey, listen to me now. There's 3 stages to this game.
What are they?
You compete, and lethal.
Okay.
When you're a kid, you play.
Yes, sir.
You play 'cause you love this game.
Yes, sir.
You love the game of football.
Yes, I do.
Then you start learning fundamentals.
Getting better.
You start learning technique.
Yes, sir.
You start learning how to compete.
Yup.
And how to win. Now the third stage,
What's that?
Not everybody gets to the third stage.
But we here. We this third stage.
But when you get a group of guys,
Yup.
a team like this,
Like us.
love one another,
Yes, sir.
and play for one
We play for each other, baby.
That's
That's
lethal.
lethal.
You're going every day.
Yup.
And know that you got a chance to win.
Yes, sir.
No matter what the circumstances.
No matter what, baby. We will find a way to win. We a team.
That's lethal.
That's lethal, baby.
So all season long,
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. And now we doing. Tonight we lethal, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, win. Let's go. Now I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped just listening to this. I want to run through a brick wall for Drew Brees. I'm ready to play. Sign me up. I'm ready to go to war with Drew Brees, baby. I got goosebumps listening to that. But now, this is what Jameis Winston does. He does the opposite. I can't describe it anymore. When this clip first surfaced, I literally could not stop watching it. This was the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. It's Drew Brees is here for inspiration. Jameis Winston, you can't even see my hands. You can't go that low. So here it is. This is Jameis Winston's pregame speeches. This is what he says. I'm going to let it roll. I'm going to let it play. It's 15 seconds. I'll let it play first, and then we'll break it down.
After I say one thing, I want everybody to look at me. I'm going to pass it to Coin after I say one thing. Go. Go. That's a W. That's E1. That's E1. That's a W.
Oh, my.
How many people want to eat a W tonight?
No.
How many eat a W tonight? Come in, man.
Who wants to eat a W tonight? Let's break this down because it's so funny. Here it is. You look at the look on this man's face. He's so excited about this speech. He thinks this is going to get everybody hyped up. This is so funny, yo.
I'm going to pass it to Coin after I say one thing.
I just got to say one thing. I'm going to pass it to Coin. I think he says Coin. He says, I'm going to pass it to Coin after this. But he needs everybody to hear this because this is going to get everybody pumped up, right? And then what does he do? The first, just this frame, yo. The first thing he does, so he gets everybody's attention. Yep. What does he do? He makes this, right? Now, what are you doing if you see this? What is this, right? And then the next thing, so he makes the W. And then he puts it in his mouth. Bro, look at this, yo. Just look at the stunned faces, yo. Look at the stunned faces on these people. They're like, what is this man doing? Eating the W, and then he doubles down. So not only does he suck his fingers first about eating the W, he goes to every finger first. Yep. Multiple times. He goes he goes twice in on every finger. So he takes it out. And then he double downs and he bites his fingers. Look at that.
That's E1. That's a W.
Let's eat a W. That's what we gonna do tonight. Who wants to do that tonight? Who wants to eat a W?
How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
The reluctant, you have to say yes, right? This is your leader. You have to say yes.
Let's eat one. That's a W.
Let's eat one.
How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
And then Coin's like, all right, I'll take over from here. I got it from here. Literal comedy. This is literal comedy. We'll play it one more time.
I want everybody to look at me. I'm going to pass it to Coin after I say one thing. Let's go. That's a W. That's E1. That's E1. That's a W.
Let's
How many
eat
people
one.
want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight? Come in. That's all I want.
And I just noticed this is in the same stadium. You can see the opposite ends here, right? Okay, so there's no way you're hyped after that speech, right? I don't want to play for this man. I don't want to block for this man. I don't care if I catch for this man after that speech, man. So, Jameis Winston, please, if you learn nothing, if you ignore Drew Brees, everything he teaches you, please just take away his pre-game speeches, his leadership, because this is just not it, man. This eat a W speech is not it. It will never be it. Yeah, there's no words to describe it. It's literal comedy. It's hilarious. And that's literally the opposite effect that you want to do. Drew Brees gets you pumped. And Jameis Winston is like, okay, anybody else got something to say? Because I'm cold over here from the speech. So that is Jameis Winston. the anomaly of Jameis Winston, right? The curious case of Jameis Winston. Fantastic numbers besides the interceptions, and even those on a scale of themselves are fantastic. I wish him the best. I think he can definitely start in the league, but you need to cut down on the turnovers. I mean, I think everybody can agree with that. So that is today's Takes by Fans. If you like it, you love it, you want some more of it, I stream Monday through Friday on Twitch at twitch.tv/takesbyfans. Join the conversation on Twitter at takesbyfans. And I will see everybody tomorrow. It's been fun. I'll see you. Jameis Winston, cut out the turnovers.